everyone, it's Sarah here. Thank you for joining me for another process video. Today I'm going to be continuing on in working in my daughter's kindergarten school journal. If you missed the last video I posted where I was working in this journal, I'll go ahead and link it down below in the description box. In that video, I also shared a full flip through of this journal that is brand new to my shop. So if you would like to check it out, go ahead and head on over there. I mentioned this in my last video, but I didn't have this journal when my daughter was in kindergarten last year since I was still in the process of designing it. So I'm basically backtracking and filling in all the things from last year while simultaneously also working on her preschool book and then her first grade book for the current year. So I know that probably sounds like a lot, but it doesn't feel overwhelming because, as you'll see here, these pages come together so quickly. I think this page probably took me about 10 minutes all in all. It's sped up here so it seems a lot faster, but I think it truly took me about 10 minutes. And really all that I need to do is print out my photos, ask questions, but a lot of these I already asked, and so I'm just kind of bringing it all together, and then I'm just writing everything down. So for me, the most time-consuming part is probably just filming these videos, but I love sharing the process. I love showing just how simply these pages come together, so for me, it is worthwhile. So today, I'm working on one of these more empty pages. These blank dot grid pages are sprinkled throughout the book, and they're just meant as an opportunity to get more photos and journaling into the book. You really don't have to put anything on these pages, but I know some people, including myself, just like to have more photos and journaling, and so I wanted you to have that option. If you're a little more crafty, it's also a great way to add in more stamping and embellishing and truly making it your own. Again, it's totally not necessary, but as you'll see with what I'm doing here today, it can just add a little something extra. I'm not doing anything fancy here by any means, which is why I'm not really talking about my process, but I feel like by doing a little bit of stamping, it just brings more interest onto the page. I really love having the dot grid on these blank pages because it makes it so easy to line everything up, place down the photos, and even do the journaling. Plus, I've mentioned this before, but somehow having a dot grid makes a blank page feel a little less blank and a little less overwhelming, if that makes sense. You're already starting with a subtle pattern, and for me at least, that always kind of gets the ball rolling. I've put everything into a grid layout on this page. I basically started with the photos and then got to thinking about where to add in just a few more things like stamps and journaling. I also brought in some labels to act as kind of homes for the stamping and journaling. But I've been trying to be more intentional lately about not spending too much time on selecting my products for my layouts. So I only chose 3 stamp sets and 1 ink color. I think I actually ended up only using 2 of those stamp sets, but just very limited supplies to work with here. And I really think the simplified approach has been helping me work more efficiently and to also focus more on just getting the story told, spending more time focusing on the photos and journaling. All right, so I'm just finishing up the pages here. I'm going to add in my journaling on the other page. If you're curious about any of the products I'm using in this video, I will link up everything that I can find that's still available, and I will also link up my shop so that if you still want to grab a school journal for the current year or even a past year like I'm doing here, you can totally do that. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video.